Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear listeners, from wherever you have tuned into this channel all over the world. Welcome to Verdict TV. The news updates. Good news for Nigerian workers as Tinubu receives urgent requests over approval of 200,000 naira minimum wage. Thank you for tuning in to this channel. But kindly do well to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and also the bell for more updates. To the news details, carefully listen to the end. Ambassador Olufemi Ajadi Oguntoyinbo, who ran as the new Nigerian People's Party (NNPP) candidate for governor in the most recent general elections in Ogun State, has urged the federal government, which is led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to accept the 200,000 naira minimum salary for all workers nationwide. In light of the current economic situation caused by the increase in the cost of products and services across the nation, Oguntoyinbo emphasized that this is required. In a statement that was made accessible on Saturday, he revealed these revelations. A minimum wage of 200,000 had been suggested by the labor unions to the president. To get Tinubu to grant the proposal, Oguntoyinbo made an appeal. In the statement, the NNPP candidates bemoaned the fact that low-income earners are having a difficult time coping with tough economic realities, and that 120 million people worldwide are considered to be living in poverty. The only approach, he said, to lessen the suffering of the workers is to agree to the 200,000 naira minimum salary demand. He continued by saying that the current economic situation in the nation is the foundation of his arguments. In his opinion, Tinubu and the governors ought to find a way to pay attention to and grant the employees' requests. There is a need for President Tinubu and governors to do some calculations and soul searching on the minimum wage to reflect the current realities in the country by strengthening the take-home of workers at the end of every month to meet the current market prices of foodstuffs and other essential utilities. All elected leaders should seize the opportunity of being elected among millions of citizens in the country to make a difference in the lives of people by creating an enabling environment for Nigerians, irrespective of their income, to meet their comfortability. I want to use this opportunity to appeal to our President, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and 36 state governors to make the welfare of workers and ordinary citizens a priority by adhering to the 200,000 naira minimum wage rather than increasing their own pay. The news concerning the 200,000 minimum wage, which has been tendered to the president to look into by the Labour Party, by the Labour, to actually make it easier for Nigerians to be able to get products and services that are of high demand. Now, you agree with me that since the increase in since the fuel subsidy has been removed, everything has increased from the normal prices. We know that during the administration of former President Buhari, things were very difficult. The increase in food prices and everything increased. But now that the fuel subsidy has been removed, it made things more difficult. It made Nigerians are living in hardships. And if the minimum wage is 30,000 naira, and at the end of the month, a particular worker is earning 30,000 naira and goes to the market, what will the 30,000 naira buy? And this person, if the person is a family man or is a woman that has a child, will the 30,000 be able to cater for them for a whole month? So that is why the Labour sat down and said that the president should actually increase the minimum wage to 200,000 naira. And now Oguntoyibo is advising or admonishing the president and other governors to accept this, to make life easier for Nigerians at a whole. There's poverty in the country, and these politicians will not know the prices of these things because they get them and they have the funds to get them. But the poor masses who are getting 30,000 naira, some are even working 10,000 naira in a month, and those 10,000 naira, a derica of rice now, we all know the amount. We know how much they are selling gari, a pint of gari. And if this money is not increased, the minimum wage is not increased, and food price keeps increasing, transportation keeps increasing, Nigerians will be stuck because the poverty, Nigeria will be tagged the country that is very poor. So the president should actually look into this minimum wage so that it can lessen the poverty in the country and make Nigerians happy once again. And also the governors, they should, instead of increasing their own pay, remember that the president said there will be 114% increase in the salaries of the president, the vice president, governors, ministers, the representatives, and so on. And the masses are not even, they're finding it difficult to feed themselves in a day. So what do they want to use that 114% increase to do when they can just increase the minimum wage of the poor masses, those working? They have the money to cater for themselves. So instead of increasing their own pay, they should increase the pay of the poor masses. We have come to the end of the news. What's your view to this? Will you advise the president to increase the minimum wage or increase their own pay? Please share your view in the comment section. Thank you.